One of the questions that I get most often in my mentorship sessions is, how do you take the weekends off? And 10 years ago, I would have said that that is completely impossible. In undergrad at art school, weekends did not exist. We worked every day of the week, late into the night. And that habit followed me into my first job. And for the longest time, weekends really meant nothing to me. But it was at my second job when my manager literally sat me down and said, "You are not allowed to work the weekends because when you do that, you make other people feel bad for not working the weekends, and that's not fair." And that was the first time in years that I got my weekends back. And at first, I used to use them to work on my own projects, so I wasn't exactly resting. But when I left that job and started working on my own again, I did not want to lose my weekends again. And that's when I really started taking the weekends off. And over the last 3 or 4 years, save for the occasional exception, I don't touch work on the weekends at all. But it is something that I've had to train myself to do and to be strict about because it is a very slippery slope. And, you answer a couple of emails and it doesn't exactly feel like work. But then Monday morning comes and you realize your batteries are not fully recharged and you don't have enough stamina to make it through the entire week. So if you're working 7 days of the week right now, don't go cold turkey right away. You want to start small and then take off Sunday evenings after 3 p.m. and then work your way up to all of Sunday and then do the same thing with Saturday. And the real trick I've realized is to actually fail once or twice. You want to miss a deadline or ask for an extension, but don't sacrifice the weekend. You want to bite the bullet, and then the pain of that failure will solidify in your mind that your weekend is a non-negotiable part of your week. And then you will be so much more intelligent about how you plan your next week or how you set deadlines with your clients and your bosses in the future. And once in a while, you will have to make the occasional exception when something unavoidable spills into the weekend. And that's fine for the most part, but you want to remind yourself that it's the exception, not the rule. And you want to set a hard limit for yourself, saying, okay, I have until Saturday noon to finish this, or I can use all of Saturday, but I cannot use any of Sunday. And that way, the weekend becomes a really great barometer for how you are managing your time in general. Because I know that if I had to work a particular weekend, that means that I didn't manage my time that week well enough, and I need to recalibrate and do it better the next week. My long and painful journey with time management is something I will share in more detail in another video. But in the meanwhile, if you want one-on-one mentorship, I do sessions for both students and professionals, and you can book one on my website.